Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to Monster Tamer News, the segment on this channel where we go over the last week's developments in the monster taming genre. This week is pretty slow overall, but we do have some pretty significant updates, like the announcement of a new game that people are calling Waifu Palworld, the release of Kadomon Hyper Auto Battlers, the shutdown of a major Pokemon fan game site perpetuated by the Pokemon Company, which has had a slew of implications of its own, and more. So as per the usual, make sure to sit back, relax, subscribe for daily monster taming videos, and let's dive in. Okay, so for starters, we have the official release of Kadomon Hyper Auto Battlers, a monster taming roguelike auto battler with nearly 200 monsters to collect and utilize, even in its early access state. I was lucky enough to get an early key for the game. Some of you guys have watched my initial playthrough. I've definitely played a lot more since then, and have got to say that the game is really well put together. I'm definitely planning on playing more and putting out a few more videos on it. I will leave it linked below on Steam if you want to check it out. It's always great to see high quality monster taming games make their way to the forefront. Yesterday, as of the time of this video going live, we had the Cassette Beasts showcase. Now, unfortunately, just because of the way my work schedule is, I had to make this video you're watching now on Sunday, so as of the time I'm putting this together, I actually don't know what we got, but I will leave yesterday's video linked below that was created as a follow-up to the event. I'm planning on making a video right after the event takes place, so that'll actually be out by the time you guys are watching that. That'll be linked below, but from what I do know, we're supposed to get information about the multiplayer update, which I'm assuming is an announcement, and some other big announcements. So if you want to see that video, check it out, linked below. Again, sorry guys, work schedule, that's how it is. Now, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance actually had its release date changed to June 14th, likely due to the impending Elden Ring DLC, which is all fine and dandy, but that also happens to be the same day that Monster Hunter Stories is releasing, and both of these games are essentially upgraded versions of previous titles, so it's not that big of a deal in terms of conflict, especially since the games are sort of targeting different audiences outside of just hardcore monster taming enthusiasts, but nevertheless, it is going to affect how I am able to put out content for both games at the same time, but I do promise to cover each of them adequately. Those seem to be the next big releases in the genre, which are still quite a ways out, so I'm looking forward to them nevertheless. Relic Castle, a very popular Pokemon fan game website, has recently been taken down via a cease and desist / DMCA claim perpetuated by the Pokemon Company. The games on the site themselves technically have not been taken down, and what I mean by that is the games have not been issued their own DMCA claims from Pokemon. However, they would have to distribute these games somewhere else since the site is no more. That being said, the owner of Relic Castle doesn't really have a concrete plan as to what they're going to be doing next, but does still have everything from the site backed up, so there's no major data that's been lost. This obviously has caused a lot of drama in the Pokemon community, with some saying that Pokemon has every right to do this because it's their IP, which from a legal standpoint is true, whilst others are stating that basically Pokemon is so ridiculously popular and profitable that them attacking all of these fan games just seems petty. But I'll let you guys fight about which one you think is right in the comments. I personally like fan games, as I think they add a lot of depth to the franchise, even if they don't directly contribute to its financial success. I still think there's a place for games like this. Okay, so we went over this in a video a couple of days ago, but we got a new monster taming game coming to PS5, PC, Android, and iOS called Azur Promilia, if I pronounced that correctly, and this is going to be an open world action RPG that seems to have a combat system and visual style inspired by Genshin Impact, and is being developed by the same team that brought us Azur Lane, which apparently is popular, though I've never heard about it. People have basically just been calling this game Waifu Palworld because it's a 3D open world monster taming game and is a waifu gotcha basically, but do keep in mind guys, while the Waifu Palworld thing is kind of funny, it's not fully accurate because the game isn't a survival game, so I wouldn't go into it expecting a Palworld-esque experience. No release date just yet, but I will keep you guys informed when we get one, so subscribe to stay notified. Next up, we got the rapid fire news for the updates that don't require a lengthy explanation. First of all, Tales of Tenorio is having its spring hunt, which brings forth 3 new skins, a new secret skin, a permanent Tenorian line, and more. Pry Into the Void put out a new screenshot. We got a new Nexomon for Nexomon 3, a new monster for Photogeist albums, a new gameplay clip for Xenomon, and finally, last but not least, a new gameplay clip for Elements as well. And there we go, guys. Another week comes to a close. Like I said, on the slower side, but to be honest, it's been pretty much go since Dragon Quest Monsters released, and I'm going to enjoy the slower pace a bit and dive back into more general monster taming content like our list videos, our showcases of random games, our let's tries, keeping up with the latest news, etc. We're getting closer and closer to that 90k milestone, so once again, for the last time in this video, don't forget to subscribe for daily monster taming content. You could also check out my Twitter, Discord, Patreon, etc., all linked below. And special thanks to our supporters, especially Jim Hamilton, Drove Ghost, Candy Marunzi, Tragsoft, and Nemo. And we'll see you next time. Peace.